Hi, I'm Jesse Ray Ernster, and I mixed the song Woman by Doja Cat, which is nominated for Record of the Year at this year's Grammys. I think what makes this track so special was the cultural response. Internationally, it really was this just significant moment for human beings and women. I knew when I opened the session and listened to the record that it was fun. It was a great song, it was upbeat, felt good, but I had no idea it was gonna become what it did. I woke up one morning and a guy by the name of Yeti Beats dropped into my DMs on Instagram, and he said, "Hey man, we loved the work that you did on Burna Boy's album African Giant, and we are working on an Afrobeat song for Doja right now. We would love to try you out on the mix. Would you be down to do a spec mix?" And I said, absolutely, let's do it. When a great reference mix comes in already sounding great, the job is to just slightly enhance. It's more about finding the opportunities to improve the song and improve the arrangement to help guide the listener to find those moments and to really be brought into the sectional changes of the song for maximum impact. So I kind of created this clever chain of swirling reverse echo vocals that were going like woman, woman, woman. They're pulsating, and I used some volume automation to kind of push that up, leading right into that first woman. And then I added in the sample I really love to use that just adds explosion and depth. Those things together, I think, like really lifted it and guided the listener into the next section. And it tells them, hey, something great is coming. Here you are. This was one of those unique records that you find these days that actually has a real live bass guitar with strings, and it was played by a human being with fingers. It was amazing. But there were spots where it did need a little bit of help, so I put auto-tune on the bass guitar, on bass instrument setting, with just a pretty slow tune speed, and it just helped hold everything in. I use auto-tune on instruments more than I'll use it on vocals, especially in the low end. It's just really important. The way that I like to tune kicks using different filters, it's just really important that the low end of the bass matches. We had Auto-Tune EFX all over that session, just doing a tiny little bit of tightening to just get everything into place when she was tracking. I'm imagining that was just on the tracking template. There were a lot of scenarios where I went in with Audio Suite and used Auto-Tune in graph mode to just pick certain phrases and just pencil them in. So a lot of the Audio Suite working just with a little bit of EFX, just kind of hugging and pulling. Doja is a fantastic vocalist. She is just a rare talent. The big misconception is that auto-tune doesn't need to be heard. And if you're just subtle about it, it can just be a tool to just help all of the great singers. To be nominated for a Grammy or to have a Grammy, it's the best. It's what we all want. It's what we work for. We want the trophy case. I do. It's legend shit. And then we can get hired for more projects, and it keeps the ball rolling. We get to keep working on music. It's great. There is a lot of pressure to get the first Grammy. And once I got it, it sort of felt like, like many other achievements that I've experienced, it was just this, it felt like this is great. And then very quickly, the excitement went away, and it was like, okay, back to work. What's next? My favorite Grammys memory was it this past year in Vegas for the Grammys. It was me and Tizio, Dale Becker, John Castelli, Mike Miller, a bunch of us like kind of up and coming guys. We were up in the nosebleeds, but we were up there having the best time. We were all up for Grammys. We all lost, but we had an absolute blast. It was the best weekend ever, and it was just so cool. And it is so cool to see my community of friends and peers growing and just together and just winning. We're coming for you this year. We're gonna take all the big dogs down. All the big dogs are going down. We're coming for you. Peace. You guys can keep that in the hard drive, in the trash folder.